Hey everybody, we're here at Fish Camp and I'm visiting with Hank Dougherty of WorkSharp. You guys probably are familiar with their product. They make an incredibly effective belt work sharpener. I have this one for 2 years now and my knives are sharp. And they always stay sharp. But as last year, you've come out with innovations and new products. So you're going to share that with us today, right, Hank?
Sure, love to do it.
Okay.
We've had big success with the knife and tool sharpener for home use, and then the guy in the shop, he's about to go out hunting or fishing and he wants his knife super sharp. Those same customers have come back to us and said, yeah, but what about when I'm on the boat or in the field and something happens to my knife blade and I want to get it back to good shape? And so they said, we need a sharpener that we can put in our pack or on our boat and have ready to sharpen a knife. And so we went to designing, and this product is going to come out later this year. It's called the Guided Field Hone. And guided is the key word here. And what we've done is we've got 5 different abrasive surfaces to sharpen the knife, but each one has a guide on it. And so here in this orange, it's at a 20-degree angle. You just lay the knife blade on that guide, and that has the blade at the proper angle for that abrasive. And then you just lay it on the other side, and you come down, and you just do that depending on how dull your knife is. Now I'm starting on, this is a coarse diamond abrasive. On the other side is a fine diamond abrasive. Has guides again. And the reason we put on the guides is there's a lot of sharpeners on the market that allow people to sharpen knives. What everyone tells us is they have trouble using them because they don't know if the angle is like flat or if it's like this, and then they change the angle, they roll it. So with this guide, you put the knife on it and you lock your wrist and you're able to maintain that angle. Okay?
So it's foolproof. I can figure it out.
What we're finding is that guys that couldn't hand sharpen before are having success doing it and they're loving it. And
Great.
so that's what we're shooting for. All right, so we've got 2 diamond plates. After the diamond plates, we have a ceramic hone. And the ceramic hone has, on the end, it has 3 different positions. A C that stands for coarse, an F that stands for fine, and then a fish hook. So we would start off with coarse, and again we have guides. So you sharpen on the coarse ceramic, and then when you get that to a position where the knife is as you would want it, then you would go to a fine. And now, in this point, we're honing. And so now you're just really touching up that blade. Doesn't have to be hard, very soft, but again, you're holding your angle. This should be, you could be able to get a shaving sharp knife using that hone. And then you can flip it over and you've got something that no other knife sharpener has that I'm aware of. You have leather.
Nice.
And so you're able to get your angle using this reverse angle guide and then just pull it across that leather. And if you haven't used leather on a knife, you're just going to be delighted with how sharp it is.
You know, you see old movies and you see barber shops and the barber's sharpening his blade on leather.
There's a reason why they did that.
Yeah.
And if you've ever been getting shaved from that barber, boy is it a nice close shave because it's so sharp. So when you start trying to use this leather, and again it's just drawing that across that edge of that knife and just bringing that to a fine hone, you're going to love that. So back to
hang on. Yep.
All right, back to,
I want to get back to
so back to the ceramic. Now the third position is for your fish hooks. So there's 2 grooves in here to do your fish hooks. And so you can draw your fish hooks out in the field through here when they're a little bit nicked up, and it'll bring them back to nice and sharp.
Nice.
There's also a small ceramic and a large ceramic, and these are for getting inside of your serrations on your serrated knives. So there's 2 sizes of serrations. This will get in the little guys and this will get in the bigger ones.
Now with the fish hook, do you run it along the inside of the...
Yes, you do.
Okay,
The fish
so
hook
you just
goes,
run it along.
Yeah.
So again, really easy.
Very
And
simple
you could,
to do.
If you're on a rocking boat, still
It's
pretty
the traditional
easy to
way.
keep it in
Yeah,
there.
people have been doing that for a long time. One more feature that I want to bring to show you is that the diamond plates come off. And they come off so that we can get to the frame, which has 2 basic, the wrenches for broadheads for guys that are out hunting with their bows.
Okay.
And so this allows you to dismantle your arrows when they've been dinged up. And the nice thing is you couldn't get inside of the broadhead with the traditional sharpener. But so we made it so that you can take these diamond plates off and you can get right into the broadhead. You can also do all kinds of other things with them. But
Nice.
they come off and then they just flip back on. They're held on by an earth magnet.
Wow.
And if you don't want the abrasive side out, abrading things in your pack, you can just flip these over and have just the shiny side out.
Very clever. Very clever.
So we're happy with this, and what we're finding is guys are trying it and they're going, wow, I can take a very dull knife in the field and bring it back to shave and sharp.
Yep.
So we're looking for this to be in the stores in November.
I want it. This is a really cool tool. And you know, last year you brought us the little hone device, the handheld honing device, and this is obviously an evolution of that. It has a whole bunch of extra features. Really cool. Something that'll go into a fishing tackle box or on the dash of your boat. Home run.
We're really proud of it. And let me say something about that. Part of the problem with the field hone is that some people think that will actually sharpen their knife. The field hone is equivalent to the fine setting on this tool. And what it will do is if your knife was sharp and it's gotten a little bit off of sharp, it's not as hair popping as you want it, you can re-hone it. And people have been doing that forever. They do it in the kitchen. It's called a steel. But if your knife is 4 years old and hasn't been sharpened and is really dull, this won't actually bring it back. It doesn't remove enough material.
Right.
So that's why we built what we're calling a guided field.
The coarse and the fine side.
Right, sharpener.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so we have the hone on here. The hone's still great if your knife starts sharp.
Okay. And then of course when you get home, you use the work sharp.
Right.
Excellent. Hank, thanks a lot for sharing your new product, and this will be out in the stores shortly.
Yep, it'll be out in November, and it should sell somewhere between $29.95 and probably right around that price.
Okay, great. So with any luck, people will be able to see this at the sportsman shows as well.
Yes, it'll be there.
All right. Well, thanks again. All right, everybody. This is another one of those must-have tools for your fishing arsenal. Be sure to visit WorkSharpTools.com to find out about all the products in the WorkSharp family.